Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about very basic sound designing, and I'm going to show you how to create a very simple 808, the keys to create 808 and using those keys in different kind of sounds. It doesn't matter what kind of synths you use. I'm going to use massive, and then I'm going to use the same algorithm and keys into the serum, so you shouldn't be really worried about this, what kind of synth you're using. All you need is just a simple sine wave and envelope, and the rest is distortion and things which is up to you to create your own sound. Okay, first thing first, the sine wave is kind of just a simple 808. I mean, it's just a simple sine wave. It's just this. In the very lower note, you get this very soft. You need to have a headphone or very good speakers to hear that. Actually, it's not actually something that you can hear, or it's kind of shaking stuff and vibrating stuff. So how to create 808? The first thing about 808 kicks and subs are the punch in the very first beginning. So what I'm gonna do to create a punch and use this in your other kind of sounds, you can use this to give any kind of sound punch, give it the punch to them. You can just add the envelope, any envelope, to the pitch and put it on the 100%. So what you get is this sound. What you need is take down the level and turn down the decay. This is your punch. Why we use sine wave? Because sine wave is the purest wavetable, so, and waveform, or better to say, which is just a single harmony, and you can control the other harmonies with just adding different kind of sounds and distortions. You can control it very easy since it's a sub wave. It really does matter to control what's going on with this. This is it. So what you can do is just put the micro tool on your level and put it under 100%. So what you can call this is punch. So anytime you want to punch, right, this is pretty great. Now the second thing is the release. You can use a release. You can add another macro to your release and call it as release. So it depends on the user. Now the second thing is distortion, which is up to you to create your own sound and kind of get it into the different elements. The next thing that you can do is just put the low shelf in 100%. So what you get over here is very powerful, just sub bass. You can give more exciting to your sound by adding sine noise. And actually what is going to happen in serum, in massive, I mean, is the oscillator and the noise goes through this distortion, and this is the reason for this sound. And if I just turn off the distortion, you get this kind of sound, which is kind of a different kind of 808. So what you can do is just put another macro and call it distortion, and the same goes for your white noise, and call it harmonic. It's better. The next thing you can do is adding different kind of things. It's like add another oscillator like this. said, it depends on you what you can do with the sound, because since the sine wave is just a simple sound, you need to be very careful about that. So what I'm going to explain to you is this intensity. The intensity is kind of let me just show you in a Avenger, because the Avenger had the best explain for this. It's kind of graphical EQ and controlling your harmonic. Yeah, this is what the intensity do. Actually, this is the sound wave, as you can see in Avenger. And as soon as I try to put down the LP, which is kind of a low pass filter, you see this harmonic stuff are fading away. So actually what intensity do over here is the same thing. You can see this as a low pass filter thing, so you can save more energy, save more progress over here by just adding envelope over this intensity instead of going through your filter. So as I said, it's up to you what you want to do with sound. So I'm going to experience. Sorry for this issue. I guess you get the idea about the 808. So let's just see some of my stuff over the new presets over this 808 thing. Yeah, kind of this. As you can hear, they're kind of a loofy style on this sound, which is just a simple this sample and hold. The rest is the same. Now, another thing, this little high-end sound, tonal sound kind of into your sub can give it more energy. It's not really powerful in the sub bass, but it can conflict as a mid bass with your sub bass, so give you anything that you want. Let's go through the serum and do the same algorithm over the serum and see if it works. Then it means you know 808 stuff. It doesn't even matter what kind of synth. So what I'm gonna do is just, as I said, going for your simple sine wave, which is this. You can go for the sub, but since we're going to create a sine wave and we need the envelope on our pitch, we're going through the oscillator A. I'm going to use LF01, and you can use envelope neither, but I'm going to choose this. Sorry. Yeah, kind of cool. Then I'm going to do this low end shelf and add the distortion. Oh, come on. go for the macros and do the same with the release stuff and do the noise thing. As you can see, we get the same sound and same idea. We can go with the oscillator B with different kind of things, and I'm going to do those intensity over here, which is not available with this thing. It should be, yep. Oh, come on. Alright, whatever. I can go with this. I'm using to just sending the signal from oscillator B to the filter and just filtering the oscillator B. The rest is the compressor can go. This is not my favorite over here. Alright, I guess this is it. So I think you get the idea. You can choose the different ideas between the serum and massive to see what you can do. The DSP of massive is really powerful. I mean, the sound is really clear and nice, so I guess it's better to use massive over the 808. But serum over here had some great features like the noise, adding your own noise through it. I mean, you can add tape machine noise through your 808 to get some kind of a vintage vintage effects on your 808, and you can do some FMing from each other and adding other stuff, and the compressor can give you a different kind of sound, and the filters over the flanger and shits can give you whole another idea. But DSP of massive is limited you, but it's kind of sounding somehow unique, but serum is not actually unique. As soon as you started working on different kind of 808s, I guess you get the idea. And so what I'm expecting you on this tutorial is how to create a punch over your sounds, which is kind of just a simple envelope over your pitch, OSC, and the another thing is distortions can affect on the harmonics, and controlling the harmonics is one of the best way to create unique and solid sound. Okay, I guess this is it. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you very soon. Till next, bye.